way crazy. And she calls me probably 2 times or 3 times a week at 11 o'clock at night without fail.
So that's Stevie? Which one's that?
Joni.
Oh, Joni. I get those names mixed up.
Stevie's the opener. And she calls me a lot, too, in the mornings.
Yeah.
Yes. But Stevie's the opener who calls me a lot. Joni's the closer who calls me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Stevie's been a little less because I've been empowering Stevie. Plus, I've been telling Stevie, I kind of went off on her, but I had a pretty firm conversation with her about waking me up for stupid stuff is irritating.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like, it could wait.
Or something they can solve themselves.
Yes. Let's evaluate what can wait and what doesn't need to wait.
Right.
And so, yeah, I told her that, though. And, but Joni, yeah. And so I told Jim, I was like, listen, like, I'm going to start making them call you guys. Like, you guys need to start answering your phones. Because when I was an assistant manager, I was the one that got all the phone calls. Like, I had to deal with all the problems. My RGM, she enjoyed her days off. Nobody bugged her. I mean, if I was calling her, she maybe would answer the phone. If not, most of the time she didn't. And I just had to deal with it.
Right.
Figure it out.
Right.
Do the best possible thing. And other than that, just move on. Right. So, that was something. I'm going to sit down with them tomorrow. Both of them together. Because I haven't really sat down with them together.
Both of who?
Oh, Crystal and Jim. My assistants. And I'm going to sit down with them together and kind of talk about my expectations again and what I'm expecting from them. We're in a new restaurant, beautiful new restaurant, and we're going to be busier. And so I told her, I was like, I'm going to tell them, like, listen, this is what I expect. If you don't get it done, there'll be consequences.
Right.
You know, and I lost my train of thought. I was going somewhere with that. Oh, phone calls. I was getting there. I'm not going to tell them. Listen, I'm going to tell the shift leaders, you guys are the first people to call. You better answer your phones because I don't want to be woke up anymore, and I don't want to have to stay awake or randomly be halfway asleep and get phone calls because I'm always one of those people who always has their cell phone on.
Right.
So, yeah. I mean, it's funny. Just, but if you think of compare it, I mean, I was a little nicer to my assistant managers because I know what I had to go through as an assistant manager. I had one manager who trained me, who worked me like crazy, 6 days a week, 60 hours, like a bunch of extra days, always staying later, or always sending people home and expecting just me, her, and one other person to run the restaurant. Like, it was exhausting. And then I had another manager who was so tough on me about people and making me solve problems. Great skills. I learned wonderful things from both of them the hard way, I feel like. And so I feel like I always guarding them a little bit because I never want them to experience that, but maybe I should just kick them a little bit. Like, not kick them, just like, you know, just push them.
Like a little bit of tough love.
Yes, a little tough love. Yeah, get there with them and be like, hey, so this is how it's going to work now. I need a life. That doesn't revolve around this place, so I can go to the drag strip and to the beach and not get phone calls. Because I pulled out my phone today at the beach and had 6 text messages. Actually, one of it was a group text with my boss, so not a good thing because I didn't have my phone out or around me, and they had called me and my boiler was down, and he texted my boss and me at the same time in a group message. She solved it. I hope she wasn't unhappy that I wasn't around to answer my phone. But life, so who knows?
Do you think she was unhappy just because, as a manager, you're saying you have to like always be kind of available, but then it's like you need days off too?
Yeah, I hope not. I only responded about 45 minutes after everything happened, and I mean it's a little late. He already made the right decision by contacting my boss at that point because I hadn't answered. My phone ended up on mute somehow, which is super unlike on me. So I must have just hit the side button and turned it down because it's almost always on vibrate at least, or if not on volume, so I can hear what's going on. So it was definitely. I was like, oh, there's nothing like pulling your phone out and having 9 text messages. 3 of them are non-related, and 6 of them are like, and I'm just like, oh crap.
You're like, oh no, what do I do?
Yeah. Well, I just told him, I was like, sorry my phone was on mute. Thank you, Beth, for taking care of stuff. Because all in those text messages, she had taken care of things. So,
that's good.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, she was like, we'll talk tomorrow. And I was just like, well, that's ominous. But hopefully it's not a negative thing. I don't know. She's been a little bit on me lately about my performance. So, but I think I'm just tired. Because I've been working a lot, like 6 days a week.
Right.
So, just gets a little overwhelming. Yeah, definitely. So.
Well, thank you for sharing with me.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed hearing all about work and just how stressful it can be, but I also enjoyed hearing about like the fun times you have that aren't at work. How do you feel like the conversation went, or interview? I feel like it was more of a conversation, but.
That's more. I feel like more of a conversation. That's good, definitely. It's always nice to just be like, let it all go.
Right, calling a vent session.
I had some guests the other day. Literally, she was awesome. I know you're wrapping up. She came in, and I was the day the computers and everything were down. She was like, I want to tell you something. She's like, peel the banana. She's like,
how she said?
Yes, and she showed me it. She's in a wheelchair, and she was super awesome. And she was like, peel it. She was trying to calm me down because I was talking so fast because I was so stressed out, and everything was like, in my brain.
That's so awesome.
She was like, peel the banana. And
so you
I
do
did
that
it.
now?
I did it like right in front of her. She's like, just do it. She's like, peel it. Like, you're gonna peel a banana. You just shed the skin. And I literally just took a deep breath, and I felt like so much calmer. So.
You're like, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, I did. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna use that. I went around and showed like half the people in my
are freaking out.
I was like, peel the banana.
That's so. It's like the things you can like learn from people.
I know. It was so sweet of her. She could totally tell I was stressed, and I was like, "You're so awesome. Thank you.
So
I learned something for life right there. Peel the banana."
It's funny how people like help you. Like people help you like even when like you don't ask.
Right.
But they just like they notice you and like your stress.
Right. Definitely nice.
No, I think that's really cool.
Yes. So anyway, back to what you were asking me, which
you are fine.
Which
you're wrapping it up too.
Yeah, no, but it was like just making sure that
right.
Yes, I had a good time, and definitely always nice to let go of stuff. So fantastic.